come in. So welcome, you guys. It's day 3 of social media training. And I'm thinking that my camera is a little foggy right there because my kids love to play, video games like all kids do. You are seeing Kathy right after her massage and chiropractic appointment. So I'll be totally relaxed teaching you today. So this will be kind of fun. So today I want to focus a little bit and kind of give you a review of why I decided to do this 3-minute training or 3-day training, and specifically for these 3 topics. I want to emphasize that you do not, and I'll repeat this, you do not have to be a 20,000 follower influencer on Instagram to build a savvy business. And I am proof of that, in that I have not built my business through Instagram. However, even if you have just 200 or 3 followers, right? It's important that you build an infrastructure of belief, meaning you show up as a professional, even if you don't have a giant following. And you know how to work these tools because they will play a part in your business, whether it's today or 6 months from now. This training has been unique in that it hasn't been on how to launch your business through Savvy. It hasn't been about compensation plan. It hasn't been about things specific to this product that we represent. And the reason for that is purposeful. I feel so strongly that you are your brand. People purchase from who they know, like, and trust, and you have the ability to create a tribe that is unique to you. And that's why I actually love network marketing, because you bring on people who are like, you know what, I want to hitch my wagon to you. You're going somewhere and I'm coming with you. Let's work together and let's partner together. So remember that. And as we jump into day 3, the content that you're learning today is going to be recorded. It's going to be posted in our team Facebook group for you to reference and send to your new builders as you bring them on as partners and see that, okay, maybe she needs a little bit of a refresh on her Instagram, or maybe I need to teach her how to social sell, and these tools, and hopefully these recordings will be a benefit to you. So we do have a few tools that I want to reference today. I don't have a presentation because we're going to be kind of popping through a few of these things. If you haven't had a chance, you'll want to go back to day 1 post and to print out the Brand Your Instagram workbook that was done by Christy Keever that we are referencing in these 3-day media challenges. And today our focus is on hashtags, okay? And hashtags actually the word hashtag just makes me laugh because, I can just hear, when it first came out, like hashtag Instamom, hashtag, right? And how powerful these hashtags really are. Okay, so hashtags are Instagram's and Facebook search feature.
Syrup in here, please.
Right. And one of the things that it's important for you to recognize is that it helps to build a targeted and engaged community. Okay, so before you start using hashtags, though, you've got to know a few things. Okay, have you think of the hashtags, the concept of fishing. When you fish, would you rather fish with a single hook and pull, right? Or would you rather fish with a fleet of fishing boats? Okay, and I think you kind of know the answer to that. So it's really important as you jump in and recognize as you build your Instagram that there is a really smart way to use hashtags, and we're going to just teach you a few of these concepts. So as you build your accounts, you know how best to bring the people into your tribe through this tool. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to let you know is that there have been studies that have shown that the use of just one hashtag added to your post increases the ability of your post to be seen by 12%. Okay. So think as we move that number up, right, how many hashtags that we use, we'll talk about that targeted number of hashtags and also how to build those. Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to share with you is these are tips from some of the top social media strategists, right? that I have learned from, and I am passing them on to you. So hopefully you will be able to run with this and up level your posting on Instagram. Now, I keep using the word Instagram because that is the social media platform of choice for my target market. This is really, really important, okay? You kind of have to know who you're out there fishing for and where those people hang out. So my people who I'm looking for hang out on Instagram and possibly even Facebook. So I do some cross posting. But if you are 20 something and your tribe following is huge on TikTok, then maybe that's where you will be out there fishing as well. But everything mostly today is we'll talk a little bit about Insta and then also Facebook. So one of the rules of thumbs is to use 25 to 30 curated hashtags with every single post. Thank you. Awesome. So when you put that post in there, okay, I know there's controversy or there's thoughts on, is it within the first post or is it in the comments? And how I've been taught is that it is best to have your hashtags in your comments, 3 dots down, okay? The reason being is in the first comment, okay? Not just the first 3, but literally the first comment. So one of the things I do before I actually post my post is I will go over to my hashtag generator, create my hashtag tags, copy and paste them. So the minute I push post of my post, I can get into the first comment, do dot, enter, dot, enter, dot, enter, and throw those in. Okay. Any questions about that right now? And if so, please use the chat if I'm talking too quickly or I lose you. Okay. So by placing the hashtags in the first comment, you activate, of course, and a better search functions. So that's why we post it directly after you hit post. Now I'm going to show you how to research the best hashtags to use on your account and break them into categories. So I want to tell you a story real quick. Okay. And the story that I'm going to share with you was from another network marketing company. And this woman actually did a post, a reel of sorts, where she was just showing how to do the face mask with some music, right? And it was obviously a skincare company. And one of the things that she did within this reels is, of course, that first comment, she put in the hashtag, the company name, and Japan. Okay. They were not yet in Japan, but someone from Japan contacted her and said, hey, I noticed you put your company name Japan. How can we get this product in Japan? Are you the person I need to talk to? Right. So can you see how you can be so strategic with those hashtags and their purpose of that? So keep that in mind as you are building your brand. Are you looking for models? Are you looking for fitness experts? Are you looking for people who surf? Are you looking for yoga instructors? Okay. If you are, then consider putting those hashtags in your post. Now, one thing that I would be careful is that it kind of has to relate to your post. Okay. So if you are doing something that is about mindset and yoga related, you could put, yoga instructor if it relates to that post, because Instagram's going to get smart on you if you're just putting some random words in there and that doesn't relate to your post. They're not going to give you the presence that you want. So ideas for hashtags is to use the location. So if you take a cool picture, and this morning I put one up from Lake Powell, to make sure that you are putting in your hashtags, the Lake Powell hashtags, right? So when someone else who likes to go to Lake Powell, right, sees your post. Now, this has everything to do with this one thing, okay? Right now, the people who follow you are the people who know, like, and love you. So if you're in a smaller account, it could be your family and friends. And then possibly, if you sell a product, other customers and or brand partners from that product, okay? Our goal, like that second date, is to get out of this fishbowl that Facebook has put us in or Instagram has put us in. We want to pull and go play in other people's fishbowls or other people's markets. And there's hashtags as a way of doing this. And then also, of course, finding people through hashtags. We're going to jump into that in a minute. So just a few tips. You have this worksheet. I'm not going to spend too much more time, but location specific, industry specific. content, theme, and influencer. Okay, so creating a go-to list of hashtags groupings is really, really important. In fact, if you have certain hashtags that you always will put in your posts, I highly suggest that you do what I call a text replacement in your phone. Okay, does anyone know how to not know how to do a text replacement? Let's go through that real quick. Okay, so if you are on an iPhone, and I apologize if you're on Android, I don't know the process, go to your settings. Okay, go to general, go to keyboard, and you'll see text replacements. I don't know if you guys can see that enough. Okay, so text replacement, and you can actually add something. Okay, so as if you went to type it, it would literally just put that in, right? A text replacement. So you're going to want to put like maybe XYZ or something that you wouldn't actually type accidentally, and then put this, you know, huge hashtags in there. So that's a really great way to create what I call your solid hashtags. Now, if you are doing that, I highly suggest you only do like 10 to 15 within that text replacement, because you're always going to want to put some that are specific for that post, right? The strategy around that post. Now, another way to find hashtags that are working, okay, is to find your 4 people on Instagram that you follow that you want to replicate. Okay. And again, it's not necessarily comparison or that we should be someone else, but all of us know we have those people on Instagram that we look up to. Okay. And those people, I go look into their hashtags, right? Go look into what hashtags they use, what market, because the reality is if those are the people that you're trying to emulate, then of course you want to be able to, you'll feel like you'll be able to bring in their followers as well. Okay, so that's a really important technique as well, is searching out the hashtags of the individuals that you would like to emulate. Okay, now also know that you can use hashtags on your stories as well. Again, first comment. Okay, don't put it on the screen. One thing that you can do, which is a lot of fun on stories, is, for instance, I put up a cute little video of my son the other day dancing in my stories at our lacrosse game. And behind him was a Holt Dental billboard. Okay, it wasn't like I was purposely trying to take a picture of this dentist billboard, okay, like on the fence, but I purposely tagged at that dental studio, right? And the reason is, and then I hid it, like you could take the post that at and then hide it in a corner so it's not shown up there, because then that dental office, which is in near proximity, which is in my target market at this moment, right? I have a target market of Utah, and then of course also nationwide, might repost that, okay, in their own stories. And then people will say, oh, who is this? And they'll go to my link in bio and they'll either decide if they want to follow me because they like what I'm about. Okay. So that's why it's really, really important to say, okay, what else and who else is in this post that I could tag that someone might consider reposting? And it's a really fun way of collaborating. Okay. I know many of you don't necessarily have to be a product brand or sponsor of that particular product to just simply tag them. Another fun idea is my husband and I were down in Lake Powell like a month and a half ago. And, you know, I made him get out and we were just stretching, and I did a little video of him, and I tagged a really well-known Instagrammer called Powell Heads. Okay. It's one of my very favorite ones to follow, of course, of those of you who understand and know Lake Powell. And they reposted me. Okay. Did I get a few followers from that? Maybe, maybe not. But this, again, that consistent posting to create engagement. So I really want to make sure that you know that, again, about hashtags. I'm not here to teach you every single thing about hashtags. And in fact, many of you probably have a lot of great things that you could teach me, but I did want to show you a few secrets of how to create that, hashtags. Okay, and we're going to kind of jump over here. Here's a website called best-hashtags. And just for fun, someone give me a word of maybe a hashtag that we would want to search out. Okay, let's just say fitness, just for fun, or fitness mom. Okay, and we search that out, and it's going to show us, okay, the most popular Instagram fitness moms. So a lot of cool things you can do. And when I do this on my computer, I usually post when it's like from my actual phone. I can copy and paste back and forth from my computer to my phone, which is really kind of cool. And then you can scan through there and decide which ones you want. Now, they also will show you the second most popular ones with fitness moms. Okay. So, and I really love how you can see, okay, how popular is this? Always up to date. Our algorithm constantly updates. So it's really easy to do something like this, copy and paste it, throw it into your phone, and you have, of course, a great selection of things that people might search and find your post. Awesome. Okay. So far, you guys discovered anything new? Or you have any questions about hashtags or insight that you'd like to share with us?
Quick question, Kathy. Okay, so when you're doing hashtags on a story, you said something about hiding them. So can I actually just do hashtag like I'm writing something and then I just move it to the bottom? Is that what you're saying?
When I tag people in a story, so I might have said that incorrectly. Like when I tag someone, I'll put it and I'll drag it. But usually I will like comment. You can comment on your own story afterwards, and then throw your hashtags in there. Right?
Oh, you can comment on your own stories, and that's where you put the hashtags.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So that one too. Corinne, do you have any insight on that one? I don't pretend to be.
I think because like you can like move your photo, you know how like if you touch your photo and it like your hashtags or whatever it is that you're tagging sometimes goes behind the photo. Like you could do that. I don't know if you can comment on your own story.
Right. So my guess is that you could literally just copy them in there and then drag them and hide them. Like you just hide them to the edge.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best way.
It can go behind the photo.
Okay.
Well, we'll look at it.
Well, and there are two trains of thoughts. There's one other social media expert that says, hashtags don't matter in stories because their whole purpose is to create culture. Whereas the post itself is there to create what they call a flash in a way, like people search and they find your posts versus the stories. But I do know that tagging individuals and places in stories is a really smart idea. Being able to do that. Then also something you might know that if you are repurposing your content from Instagram to Facebook, how Instagram lets you just post it in Facebook too. People say that Facebook hates that and they won't show it. They'll put you in like the bottom bucket. They want you to go to Facebook and post it. You're like as if it was its own and not coming in from Instagram. You'll get more coverage. So a lot of times people will just save the post in Instagram and physically go over there and post it in Facebook, just again to get more views and coverage on your stories and posts. And the same thing goes for reels and stories, and we'll get into that in a moment. If you do something on TikTok and it has the logo TikTok on it and you're trying to post it in Instagram hates that. So they suggest you use an app to pull the TikTok logo off so that and repurpose and use the same video in both platforms. And that's another really important thing. Repurpose your content. You know what I mean? If you're doing one post that works across 3 different platforms, then put it up on 3 different platforms. Allow people to find you in different ways. One of my very favorite comments that makes me rethink about this is when you start a business, and I love it when I find someone who sells something and they're like, well, I don't have Cash App, I don't have Venmo, I don't have PayPal, and I don't have a credit card. Can you pay with cash? And I'm like, are you trying to sell something? Because if you are trying to sell something, then you need multiple ways for someone to pay you. You need to have all of those, right? Or else you've just killed the sell. And the same thing is if you have something to share, you're an influencer and you want to make an impact in this world, then, play in the social media realms where your people hang out. Okay. So real quick about Facebook and hashtags. I know this is going to come up. Facebook, it doesn't help to do the hashtags like Instagram. They only suggest one hashtag present and that it's embedded in the content of the actual phrasing. So for instance, if you did the hashtag OOTD, outfit of the day, hey, Saturday morning fitness workout, hashtag OOTD. This is my brand, like having it embedded in the actual content. So just kind of take that one in. I wanted to kind of address something about jumping in and doing reels and stories. And just for fun, okay, I want you to say in the chat, what are the fears that you have around stories and reels? Okay. And even lives, right? What are the fears that what's the first thing that comes up with you for you when I say, okay, what worries you? What fears do you have? I know I've got a group that doesn't have any fears and worries around doing it, right?
I'll just tell you, is that okay?
Yeah, I love it.
So one of the biggest things for me is I have loved photos because they're still, I can pick the photo of how I look the best. So I've always kind of focused on that. A lot of, people have told me like, we want more of your personality. We want you to be on stories more. And I struggled a lot with just like my skin. And so for me, I'm like, heck no, I'm not going to just post on my story of it just like being on my face and people actually really see like my flaws, right? But the more that I did that and just addressed it and just said like, like, hey, like I am doing a new skincare routine because I want to be on my stories more, but like this is an insecurity. And then people are so sweet, like the women who are following you, like they're just like, we love your freckles, we love you, or, things like that, where you're just like, people want that authentic flaw that you may have, but you also can address it. Like, it's okay to be like, I don't like posting stories, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then people love that. Right. And like, you can put filters on videos now too.
Well,
so
and
like,
I love that. I mean, you're addressing so many cool things, Corinne. I'm just going to turn it over to you because you've got it like head on the nail. Head on the nail, hammer on the nail. I don't remember. I said it wrong. You guys, I was raised by like a European mother. I get all of those things wrong. Okay. So one of the things I want to point out, one of them, so many things, right, is we are afraid of like how many people are watching us. Are they going to like it? Like these are all really real feelings. Okay. We don't want to come across as fake. So one of the things that I want you to think about is that you have your postings. Okay. That is actually like when you bring someone over and they're looking through your scrapbooks, you've spent time on those. You've actually put in some thought into those. You have a great quote. There's a real good meat in that. Okay. The posts and stories and reels are exactly what Corinne said. It allows people to get to know you. It's your own reality TV show. And if you can tell to yourself that it's your own Marco Polo that you literally are just sending to your sister or your best friend, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to the store and guess what? They don't have this, my favorite Diet Dr. Pepper. Look, it's totally out. I mean, like whatever it is, okay? Remember, your ordinary is someone else's extraordinary. And so many times we think that no one really wants to see how I go to the gym. And guess what? Someone actually really wants to see how and what you do at the gym. Okay. They genuinely are interested. And the reason is this. Okay. If you are choosing to be here, and women in general, okay, are influencers simply by being and their presence. And there's something that is really, really has been a guide to me in my life that I'm sure many of you have heard, but I'm going to share it with you now because it is one of my very favorite guidepost quotes. And you've heard it in movies and then mostly from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and you're playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So when you do something scary, do you know what you're doing? You're giving, first of all, you're saying yes to the promptings of, you know what, maybe this could help someone today. Maybe someone doesn't know how to put their makeup on and I could help someone today. Maybe someone doesn't know how to tie someone's shoes, right? Or allows someone else to see your imperfections and gives others permission to do the same. Okay. When we post, of course, our purpose in posting is to inspire and to empower others, not always to impress. And live video is the fastest way to bring engagement up and to bring more people into your tribe. Remember what I just told you about hashtags and how it can increase your views by 12%, okay, on one hashtag? Guess how much live videos increase visibility? 1,200%. Doing live videos on your feed increases visibility by 1,200%. So it is the most effective way to do engagement. It can be, and you guys, I just paid money for awesome ideas to do lives. And guess what? I'm going to share them with you. Are you guys so excited? You want to see them? Okay, I'll share them at the end. But because how many of you like, oh no, what should I talk about? What should I do? Right? In fact, I did a live once, but I'm like, oh, I have nothing to talk about. And this is like the first time in my life that I've had nothing to talk about, right? Because so those of you who know me that know that's absolutely true. And one thing about lives is I've heard this too. It is okay to do filters as long as you're consistent with that filter. So it's not like all of a sudden, oh, she's white, now she's orange, now she's, okay. So one of the things that one of my coaches, I love this woman, she said, you have never not seen me in a filter because I have acne pock scars in reality. And so I purposely always show myself with filters. Okay. We didn't know that about her. And it was really like, oh, okay. But it wasn't like, it was like she was hiding it. She just feels so much more confident in that. Okay. Now, if you're worried about the numbers of people who are watching you while you're doing a live, then put like a little Post-it paper on the corner of your phone so it doesn't stress you out. Like if all of a sudden there's no one or there's 35 people, you're like, oh no, there's 35 people on my live. Okay. Now, why and how does all of this help us to build and share the products that we're wearing? Okay. I want to circle this back in here. Okay. So we are giving you tips to either grow your stagnant account or increase your followers if you're just brand new, okay? And if you remember from day one, what are followers? They're potential customers. They're people who will get to know, like, and love you by simply who you are. So when you do offer, hey, guess what? Oh my gosh, my favorite bra, Ina, that sold out in like 3 minutes is coming back in on Friday and you guys better get it. Here's my app. Oh my gosh, you'll love it, right? They will follow you simply because they actually like you and they trust you. And you told them to get a bra, they're going to want to get that bra. Okay. So we've gone through the number of hashtags. You've done that. One more thing I want to show you and a fun tip. Okay. Grab your phones. I'm going to show you how to take someone else's audio for your reel. Does anyone else want to learn how to do that? So we're going to go to okay, we're going to go to Instagram and I want you to go to your reels. Okay, I should show you how to do this like actually on the computer, but I'm not going to. Okay, go to reels and there's this one, How many of you have seen this one? We're going to do this one at my house tomorrow. Okay, go down to the bottom and see the three, like the actual audio where it says original audio. Click on that and you'll see this, right? And it'll show you the original audio. And then you can click save. Okay. And then you can use that audio. Now, another tip for Instagram is if you do record a
Can you
reel-
show that again,
Yeah,
Kathy?
sure.
Sorry, I was looking at my reels and I didn't see where you said to show original
So
audio.
go to the reels, like we're looking
Okay.
at a reel, and see
Uh-huh.
down at the bottom where it shows the audio cycling, scrolling.
Uh-huh.
Click on it, and now you'll see like it shows audio, and then I've already
Okay.
saved this one, so it shows you how you
Okay.
can save it. And what's
Okay.
really cool is when you go to record a reel now, like if you go to reels and you click camera, you can now go to your saved audios up at the top and find the ones you've saved.
Oh, cool. Okay, thank you.
Isn't that awesome? So you've been trying to figure out like, okay, how can I do that reel, right? So, and another thing is to start creating an idea book or an idea note on your phone, okay? I like the app Notebook because I can put things in folders and it's a lot more friendly than just so many notes. But if I find someone that I like to follow or a reel, sometimes I'll just screenshot it and I'll throw it in that little notebook folder. So when it comes down to like, okay, you know, recording reels or recording videos, then I can go there and get ideas. I also have a notebook. This is like, it says social media inspiration ideas. Okay, obviously I need to like give some like stickers or something fun across, but I will go in here and I like washi tab certain things, and then I have different colors around. Okay, that's an inspiration, that's motivation, this is fun. And you can create like a notebook of ideas. So when you do sit down, right? And I wish I could, I mean, we would extend it another half hour if we wanted to get into content strategy. And if you guys really want to do content strategy, we can maybe schedule something for next week. We can do that as a bonus, meaning what are your 5 topics of content that reflect you? And we can do some soul searching and give you some homework in the next 3 to 4 days, and then jump in there and help you create those 5 pillars. Okay. If that's something that you guys are interested in, let me know right away so I can kind of get my head around it. But just to kind of let you know, maybe I'll speak to this a little bit more, what my 5 pillars are. My whole platform is a network marketing success coach. And as I develop my success coaching program, you guys are going to be the first and foremost to receive it, right? Just like this today. And my pillars are motivational tips, belief around lack of money in building network marketing, lack of time, right? Which I know has come up for all of you. And then network marketing in general, and how people, like if I say the word MLM, right? People are like, oh, right? And so I want to address that. We're shifting right there. Okay. I want you to practice this. When someone says, hey, wait a second, is this an MLM? I want you to practice this. Yeah, it totally is. Isn't that awesome? Okay. As soon as you own the fact that you're like, I know, I love MLMs, right? It's just an affiliate hyperlink company where you just send things and then you get like residual revenue. Okay. And if those words are too big and you wouldn't speak like that, then don't say that. You get paid from the person who sends the person who sends the person. I mean, it's so brilliant. Okay. So whatever blocks you have will stop you because they're blocks. Okay. I literally introduced this to a woman and she said, well, I need to tell everyone up front that's an MLM. And so that's the first thing she came and told them. And I'm like, oh my, that's like trying to sell a desk that the corner has a nick on it. And you're like, wait, before you even look at this desk, I have to show you this corner, right? Because that's the one thing that was kind of hard for you to understand. So I hope that kind of gives you some fun ideas. I am going to open up the last 10 minutes here for some open coaching. And then want to let you guys know that I am actually going to start scheduling some open coaching sessions where we will call them Kathy's Power Hour each week, where it will be posted on our Savvy Sisu Ohana group, where we can actually work together like this as a smaller group. So yes, of course, you will have the Savvy Power Hours that are at 8 o'clock every day, but there are going to be some things unique to this group that I can help and coach you with specific to building your business. You guys, would that be helpful for all of you? Yeah? Awesome.
Yes.
Yay. So before I, okay, Wait a second. Did I cover everything I did? I think I did. I think I covered it all. What other questions, you guys, did you all feel like you took away some new tips? I mean, the audio tip, right? How many of you are going to go home and do the Full House TikTok today then? Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Awesome. Kobe, welcome from Alaska. We have Melissa from North Carolina and Kobe from Alaska. So we've got like both sides of the country right there. I love it. Okay. Hey, girl. Oh, she was there and then she's gone.
Oh, sorry. Haig's screaming in the background, so I'm trying not to
Okay.
take
Hi.
over. So
Yeah. Well, welcome.
thank you.
Cool. Now, Melissa, you are just building or starting your Instagram. And I wanted to make sure that we aren't giving you anything that overwhelms you, right? Because when you're in overwhelm, then we just shut down. But did you at least were you able to take a few bits and pieces and like, okay, right? I can see this. I can run with this.
Yes, I'm definitely getting started on it. I think I'm trying to set it up right from the beginning. So I'm rethinking a couple of things, but I have an account, which is major here.
Yeah. You know, and honestly, so this worksheet, and I'll tag you on it where I posted it by Christy Keever. This is a really valuable tool to like, okay, give you 5 days to kind of like set it up right the first time. And remember this, you have to give yourself permission for what I like to call B- work. Okay. If we spend so much time in like getting ready to get ready, we will never actually take the action that's needed. And action breeds confidence. You'll hear me say that over and over and again. Okay. I don't know if you guys watch my link in bio, but it seems to change every day as it evolves, right? It's okay to have version 1, version 2, version 3 in that until you get that perfect LinkedIn profile. So just give yourself permission to grow into this too and have fun. Awesome, you guys. Okay, now today is Wednesday. We will get the announcement via email on the Fashion Friday items that are coming out. I will post that in our group, and then also Jen Shelby Miller will go on there live and show those items as well. If you ever want to grab the items, they will be in the Savvy Pixie set. Do you guys want me to show you where that is? So these are a few things. Do you guys want to see what I've tagged at the top of my screen? Would that be helpful? Like, what does Kathy tag on her Explorer? Okay. Pay quicker. How we get paid. Okay. Why Savvy? Why now? This is the video that Christy Bellinson did on why Savvy? Why now? Okay. So you see that one. Oh, no, we're not going there. Savvy, right? Here's the back office. I have the Instagram Savvy, right? Okay, but I want to show you the Savvy Pixie set. And it literally is that savvy.pixieset.com. This is a really great resource for all of our stock photos about all of our products. Okay, so you can see from last week's drop, you see the Ananda, the Alta Silk. Okay, it's a ton of fun to be able to grab pictures like this. And if you can't text from your computer, I highly suggest you get that set up because that's super easy to do. And it really helps automate the process. Like if you're texting someone about a specific product. Awesome. Okay. Do you know how I could just I love teaching people. I could teach you all forever. And I will. Okay. And we are going to have an amazing, successful pre-launch. We're freaking still in pre-launch, which is crazy. Okay. 2 business tips and then I'm off, promise. Okay. Utilize the power hours in the morning and Savvy Scoops. So right now a Savvy Scoop is going on. It happens at noon Mountain Standard Time and 4 o'clock Pacific time every day. Okay, utilize that from Jen Shelby Miller, and then invite your brand partners to join in the 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time call on Sunday afternoons. That's kind of an onboarding call with Jen as well. Okay, awesome. I will see those of you in Utah here at my house tomorrow night. Awesome. And then please reach out to me individually, and because I know each one of you are at a different level, and know that I'm always available via text, and or if you have questions for the group, put them in the Facebook group. It's not just me posting. I would love to see what you're doing, how you're building, and so forth in that group as well. Okay, awesome, everybody.